Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very exciting night of CSL ULoL League of Legends. My name is Brian Brain Starkey, and I will be commentating the game for you tonight between a tiebreaker between Rowan University and Vanier University, with Vanier being on blue side and Rowan University being on red side. Sorry for the technical difficulties there at the beginning. Twitch was giving me some problems, but we should be all good to go now for this game. And as you can see, there's already quite a little bit of action happening here. Sir Celery doing a gank in the top lane with that Graves, going on to the Animal 298 for the side of Rowan University with Kha'Zix. So to give you guys a quick rundown, there was some pretty basic bans coming through on the side of the pick and ban phase. The Little Traveler taking a little bit of damage. Sorry, I'll get back to that. Trying to catch you guys all up. Whew. Alright, sorry, we should be good to go now. So real quick to give you a rundown of what has happened so far in the game. A whole lot of nothing, actually, to be honest. So the right side of the screen for Rowan University is actually not in pick order, or I'm sorry, in lane order, but at the bottom of the scoreboard it is. So you have the comeback kid in the top lane on Maokai, the Animal 298 as Kha'Zix in the jungle, or Silencer Mage as Syndra in that mid lane, Oni Lang as Varus in the ADC role, Little Traveler as Lulu in that support role. Interesting to note, Zep actually did manage to pull that Camille out through the pick and ban phase. Pretty surprising, considering that she's usually pretty heavily banned just because of her kit making her pretty strong still. She suffered some nerfs in both 7.2 and 7.3, I believe, but they obviously didn't do a lot to stem the tide of how effective she is. And during that patch, they actually also made Jhin and Varus stronger, going for that lethality build. Typically you buy the longsword 3 pots and then you go into serrated Dirk for the out of combat movement speed, and then from there you're able to get some lethality and then do a whole lot of damage, and both of those ADCs benefit hugely from that. So that should catch you up right now on a lot of the game so far. Graves did manage to burn a flash in that top lane out of the comeback kid without actually trading anything from the side of Vanier University. So we'll be able to see, I'd really like to see if Sir Celery can go back into that top lane, make something happen against the comeback kid, maybe try to get that early first blood. Zep, that's one of the reasons why Camille is so strong, able to get in, get out, do a lot of damage because of that passive without really taking that much in return. And that's kind of what makes her really obnoxious to play against, is no matter what you do, she is very strong. And it does look like Sir Celery is getting pinged out there in the top lane. We did see Mango the Magus trying to roam on that Orianna to that top lane spot, but nothing came of it. Maybe some pings coming out from the side of Silencer Mage, giving them a little bit of a warning. There's not a whole lot of wards out on the map right now, just a total of 3. One is on the side of... I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought for a moment. One is in the tri-bush for Vanier University in that bottom lane, and they have a control ward up in the top tri for the side of Vanier as well. It looks like there is a little bit of trade here happening in the bot lane. Honey just barely escaping with his life, but is he going to be able to help Huge Red Panda? It does not look like it. Huge Red Travel's going to use that burst from Hey Pix and a little bit of extra damage there to slow it down. Let's see if... Oh, wow. The Empowered Karma W actually saves her life, because when she does empower it on activation, she gets a percentage of her health back. And also, on the finishing portion of it, she also receives health as well. So it's one of those things that really allows her to trade a little bit more effectively, and we saw actually how that can save your life right there, able to activate the Empowered W before the Transmogrify came out for the side of Little Traveler. And I would be remiss not to introduce the players of Vanier University, as I did for Rowan University. So in the top lane, we have Zepp on Camille, Sir Celery as Graves in the jungle, Mango, the Magus as Orianna in the mid lane, Honey as Jin in the ADC role, Huge Red Panda playing Karma in that support role. And this is actually a relatively, I guess, familiar matchup to me. Both Kyle and I cast Vanier University back at the beginning of the season, one of the first games he and I cast together. So it's nice to see these guys back out on the field and actually playing for a chance at playoffs right now. This is the tiebreaker between the two teams, and it doesn't look like Animal's going to try to make something happen, but there's just not enough damage. There's a bit of a misplay by Silencer Mage, missing a lot of the damage that he had there to put down and land that stun on the side. But it does look like Sir Celery wants some more. He's going to make it happen, but will he die to the burst? He will not. Able to flash out of it. Oh, I lied. Is he going to die? Comeback Kid taking a lot of damage from Zepp. And actually, there's just a whole lot of stuff that happened there in that fight. Actually, the two fights, one in the mid lane, one in the top lane, and no kills coming out just yet. Jen activating that ult, maybe trying to get some shots down, but not actually landing any. Little Traveler doing a good job as Lulu, body blocking for Silencer Mage in the mid lane. So right now, the junglers are even in their jungle CS, as well as just kind of showing up, both of them showing up to lane when they need to, counter ganking basically each other. They seem to be on the same page with what they're wanting to do during this matchup, and so it wouldn't be surprising if we see a lot more jungle play coming out from both of them. One thing to note is that there actually is a lot of damage on the side of Rowan University. Having that Kha'Zix, having that Syndra, and having that Varus is huge right now. But you also don't want to discount all of the damage threats coming out from the side of Vanier University. Camille does a ton of damage. She's very scary even in the late game because she scales up pretty much no matter what she does, and that makes her very, very hard to play against. Sir Celery on that Grace can actually do a whole lot of damage as well. Mango the Magus, if he's able to land those ults very well, we will see a big threat. And it's Silencer Mage actually just barely saving it. Will Huge Red Panda get caught out here? It does look like he's going to take a lot of damage, but will he be able to escape? No, he won't. The Animal 298 doing a lot of damage there, but Comeback Kid, they might trade the kills over. And we do see a kill trade there. Graves shooting out that ultimate, but it probably won't be worth it because it does look like Rowan is going to get that first Drake of the game, picking up the Ocean Drake. But will they be able to stop this top lane push? If they can, that will definitely be a worthwhile trade. But if they can't, that's going to be first turret gold over to the side of Vanier University. And it doesn't look like they'll be able to stop it, so I would say that trade is not worth it unless they're able to catch out Honey here in the bot lane. Little Traveler playing that Lulu very well, very obnoxiously, and that spell still going off even through the Transmogrify. He may be a little too deep. And he actually is not his team being there to save him. Oh no, and it looks like Zepp is now in the fight. Here comes Camille, the scary, scary carry, but she may not be able to make it out. It does not look like it, but it looks like the Animal is going to die. She does live. Karma doing an excellent job in that backline, doing a whole lot of damage from against Rowan University. And it does look like she's going to be able to take out Oni Lang. And we see a very early ace coming out from the side of Vanier University. Huge, huge play. That's exactly what they needed. Taking that first turret, not losing theirs. Very, very well done. And it looks like they are going to be able to get some decent damage down on this bottom lane first tier turret. And that's what I was talking about, the strength of Camille. She was able to take out Silencer Mage, push away the Animal 298 and Oni Lang on that Varus, keeping them out range just long enough for her to get that assassination off and do damage to the back line. Huge shout out to Huge Red Panda for doing a very good job during those fights, staying on the back line, putting shields out when she needed to. Very well done. Silencer Mage taking a whole lot of damage here, but it looks like he will be able to trade back. And looks like Oni might be dead. No, he will not be. Sir Celery whiffing that ultimate, just missing Kha'Zix. Very, very close, very good effort. Huge shout out to the Animal trying to salvage the best of a bad situation. Both of them, between the three of them, the Animal 298, Oni Lang, and Little Traveler, they were able to save that bot lane first tier turret, but it did suffer a lot of damage, so I would not be surprised if we see a little bit more jungle pressure from Sir Celery to come and take that turret out, finish it off, apply more global pressure, and get your team some of that really nice early gold that we like to see on that Camille, that we like to see on that Jhin. Jhin, it did finish his Youmuu's Ghostblade, so he does have that lethality, that first part of that lethality build that we do tend to see in this meta right now between the ADCs. So that is going to be a very nice and very handy pickup for him come these team fights. Being able to use that active for movement speed, but also have that lethality build in, and a little bit of crit damage does not help, or does not hurt that much either. Oni Lang only having the hammer and the serrated dirk and a tier. The tier is very good to have early on because it does allow you to be more spammy with your piercing arrows, but unfortunately that does set you a little bit farther behind in getting that Youmuu's Ghostblade, which is something that we, like I said earlier, you do want to get as soon as possible. Now, if you look at the bottom side jungle for Rowan University, they have very good ward control just with their control wards, and on the top side, just with their normal wards, they will know if someone is there. I mean, excellent ward control by the side of Rowan University. That's the kind of thing that you want to see to get into these games. Sir Celery maybe looking trying to make something happen against Sir Traveler here. Oh, it does look like Honey did miss that Gen W for the root. Oh, Silencer Mage getting caught out. A lot of damage coming out there. Zep doing a whole lot of damage to Comeback Kid. Will he be able to get out of this? He very well might not, and it does look like Oni Lang is going to die. Animal dies. Silencer Mage dies. Comeback Kid very, very low, having to retreat under that turret, burning that flash to get out. So I wonder if we'll see Zep do a little bit more of that under tower shenanigans that we've come to know from Camille, being able to do damage that, evict that slow. And this is just not what you want to see from the side of Rowan University. I know I said earlier that those wards are what you want to see, but if the team just decides to brute force down into your lane, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. And Vanier seems to have the right idea with that. They are pinging out the blue buff for the side of Rowan University. Maybe trying to take that away. Nope, doesn't look like they want it. But if you do look on the retreat from Vanier coming out of the Rowan side jungle, they did lay wards all over there. They have one in the tri-bush. They have one right next to Gromp. They have one leading into the river. They have one right before blue buff. They will know if anyone is there, and that's extremely helpful because knowing where they are in the bot side will allow you to decide if you are able to make something happen in the top or the mid lane, because then the more knowledge you have of where the enemy champions are, the better off you are in trying to make things happen around the map. And it does look like they are going to try to aggress down on this first tier mid lane turret. Huge Red Panda taking some damage from Little Traveler, but I don't expect a whole lot to come of it. Oh my goodness. Mango the Magnus completely missing that ult. It looks like Oni Lang is going to be in a lot of trouble here, getting deleted by Sir Celery. If I remember correctly, we actually saw him play that Graves to extreme effect, about Animal 298 taking so much damage from Zep. But it looks like Zep might have taken off more than he can chew, maybe not wanting to get too much of this from the side. Oh, he wants to go for it, forcing the flash out of Animal 298. Forcing the flash out of Silencer Mage by Huge Red Panda. We've seen those roots that he's been putting down with that Karma W being super effective, either at burning flashes, keeping him alive, or just overall harassing the enemy. And that's what you want to see if you are Vanier University. So right now at 16 minutes, we actually do see 17.5 gold lead. Jhin using that ultimate to maybe engage, maybe just trying to force them off that turret, put some damage down on Maokai. That's kind of what you want to do when you are the team trying to siege, burn down that tank. Don't leave them any options to try and protect the turret. And then, obviously go and siege it down. Sir Celery trying to cause some harass there. Huge Red Panda not being able to do it. There's a huge amount of wave clear coming out from the side of Rowan University. So they are able to protect that second tier mid lane turret. We do see Cloud Drake up right now, and it is about, I think, another 9 minutes until Baron spawns at 25 minutes or 20 minutes. I have difficulty remembering. There's so many timers in this game, I often forget them all, even though it's my job as the color caster to kind of know these. Sir Celery is doing a lot of damage to that Windrake and is going to take that down for that passive movement speed, which is going to help them out a lot because they want to rotate between all the different turrets that they have up right now. And it does look like Rowan University wants to push down this mid lane turret, and Vanier may not be able to rally in time to try to stop it, and I don't think they're going to. We do see Karma coming around from the side. Oh, but taking a huge amount of damage from Animal 298. Look at that Kha'Zix damage coming out. Mango the Magnus getting caught. Not where you want to be. Zep getting caught by the corrupting... the chains of corruption. Oh, that is not what you want to see if you are Vanier University. Oh, no. But does it look like Animal 298 is going to take out... Oh, but the low health. The bait. Oh, but he is going to die to that. Honey getting the kill. Going 4-1-4. Mango the Magnus actually not dying during that last fight like I thought. He did get caught in the middle. Oh. The caster curse right there, ladies and gentlemen. The caster curse. And it does look like Honey might die here too, having to flash out. Comeback Kid being able to burn a key summoner from Jin, but it looks like Jin is going to want to use that curtain call, maybe trying to get some snites off. Not doing a whole lot of damage with that just yet. He is getting that second part of that second serrated Dirk, trying to build into another item there, looking to finish it up. Excuse me. All this talking is a lot more than I'm used to, so my voice is getting just a little bit dry. Huge Red Panda is on a mission there to go get some more wards deep into the side of Rowan's jungle. And that's what you want to do. Get your wards out. Like I was saying, the more knowledge you have of the enemy team, the better off you are. Trying to make some rotations happen. Trying to figure out which turrets to siege and where you want to go. I'm slightly concerned just from the side. Oh, wow. A lot of damage there. Slightly concerned just for the side of Vanier University. One of the things that we did see from them when we watched their game last time is that they were not very decisive in what it was they were attempting to do. So that kind of that hurt them a little bit in the game that we watched, but I'd like to see if they clean that up a little bit here, deciding to pick up the Rift Herald, because they probably are going to want to have that Camille split push in that top lane. She does have that teleport summoner, but she does not have it up currently at this moment. It's got about half of its cooldown left. But we will see her go top lane, decide to split push, and maybe try to make something happen. I wonder if they're going to try to run a 1-3-1 with the composition they have. I personally wouldn't recommend it for a lot of reasons. It does look like the animal's going to get caught and die. Even through the rapid growth of Lulu, he does not have enough health to survive. Huge Red Panda being in the right place at the right time, trying to make stuff happen. Sir Magus, I'm sorry, Silencer Mage, I don't know why I keep saying Sir Magus, is doing a good job landing those Call the Weak stuns on getting and catching people out of position to make some stuff happen. But it looks like Comeback Kid might be in the wrong spot too, but excellent use of that explosive jungle plant to get out and knock everyone away. Very, very well done from the side of the Comeback Kid. We do see a Monster Wave pushing in on the side of Vanier University against Rowan on that inhibitor turret on the bot side. Something to keep an eye out is their wave control. Are they able to build up the waves to try to make something happen? And it looks like they are going to try to get a little something here. Will they be able to catch out Oni Lang? It does not look like it, but oh, an excellent ult by Mango the Magus. Oh no, Sir Celery, that's not what you wanted to have happen. Whiffing the ultimate. Comeback Kid teleporting in. He's getting onto Sir Celery under the dragon, under the tower. And it does look like there's a lot of damage there. Huge Red Panda not able to slow down this push much. Honey able to land that Jin W for the root, at least stop the engage. Sir Celery going way too deep, trying to secure that kill, dying for no reason. Mango the Magus had an excellent ult, which actually did allow Vanier to secure a kill there, but not the ideal situation when you have two key targets getting hit by a command shockwave and you're not able to finish them off. Not ideal at all. And this was what I was talking about from Vanier University. They would get this lead and then they kind of would flounder a little bit, not entirely sure what it was they were trying to accomplish. Important to note that Jin did finish his Edge of Night, which will give him a little bit more security during team fights. For those of you who don't know what Edge of Night does, it basically gives you a temporary Banshee's Veil. You channel it for a second and a half, and it absorbs one spell. Although any actions during that time, but hang on. Huge Red Panda taking a whole lot of damage is probably going to die here. Silencer Mage, like I said, is able to land those Call the Weaks very, very well. Mango the Magnus coming in, maybe trying to land a good Command Shockwave, getting caught out by the Twisting Advance from the side of Comeback Kid. And that is not what you want to have happen at all. Camille not in the right spot. Zepp not doing what he should. Tried to get on the back line, but it wasn't able to make anything happen with that. And we see a 2-for-0 trade going in favor of Rowan University. That is not ideal at all. And it is important to note, like I said, Camille gets strong no matter how shut down she is, but right now she's still not there. She doesn't have the tanky stats she needs. And with the strength of Varus, with that lethality build, he is going to be able to shred through her. And she is the only tank on the side of Vanier. And it looks like Comeback Kid, he just doesn't care, man. He's going to take all that damage and some. Jin using that ultimate, maybe trying to kill Comeback Kid with it. And it does look like he's not going to get it, even with the execute. Oh, there it is. He actually got that with the Keystone Mastery burn there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Zepp, you don't want to be there, man. You're too deep. The last place you want to be is in the middle of the enemy team when you're all alone. And he was all alone and in the middle of the enemy team. Unfortunate. And it does look like Vanier is going to try to contest this, but you don't want that. Mango the Magnus getting caught, having to flash out of that. Wow, so much damage. And he's whiffing his ult again. That has got to be the 4th ult that we have seen whiffed from Mango the Magnus. And it does look like Rowan is going to try to take this Drake. They do have the Ori Ball to get the site. They don't need wards for it. Oh, man. Graves trying to make something happen with that, using his dash to get over the wall, using his ult to get back over it, but not able to make anything happen there. The smite didn't even go off, so that means he was just too late to make that happen. With 2 Drakes going over on the side of Rowan University, Infernal Drake and Ocean Drake. And those are 2 Drakes really, really good to have when you have spell-heavy champions, because it does allow you to have kind of that passive percentage regen of both your health and your mana, along with Infernal Drake allowing you to stack that up even further. And when you're behind, that's super, super helpful. And we did see a quick kill there coming out from the side of Honey, and it does look like they're going to try to counter engage here, keep things rolling. Comeback Kid getting that rapid growth. He is losing a lot of health though, having to flash out, but my goodness, so many low health bars from the side of Vanier University on that blue side. Oh my goodness, Sir Celery, don't be there. Wow, I can't believe he got out of that. Zeb, what are you doing? You don't want to be there. Oh, he's going to survive. He's going to have to burn that, and he will live. Oh, having to flash away. Huge Red Panda taking a whole lot of damage. I'm really confused as to what Vanier University is doing right now. That was not super great. That's not what you ideally want to see when you have that lead. They're still 5k ahead, but that's just on merit of turrets. But it definitely feels like the momentum is on the side of Rowan University right now. Excuse me. So it does look like they are going to, it does look like Rowan is going to try to rally to make something happen here. I don't know exactly where they go. That first top tier turret is free gold. It doesn't look like it has a whole lot of health. Let's go take a look at that. Just to take a look, it does have about a quarter of the health, about 1100 health. Not bad at all. And we are going to see the ward control game become very, very important around this Baron pit. Huge Red Panda, like I said, has been doing an excellent job on that Karma, being able to maintain ward control and harass the back line, using those empowered Qs, the empowered Ws, really doing what he needs to. But unfortunately, his shields just aren't enough to kind of compensate for the poor positioning and poor decision making coming out from Vanier. I'm not entirely sure why they're being so greedy. You should take what you got and get out. Maybe try to make something else happen on the map. We do see Zepp trying to do that split push on the Camille, but it looks like, oh, Animal 298 just barely escaping with his life. The Jin W not having quite enough range to make something happen there. Sir Celery is going to deny that blue buff away from Silencer Mage. And we are going to see maybe just a little bit of a farm fest here. Not a whole lot is happening. There is a passive monster wave there in the top for Rowan University. Trying to see what they might be doing next. It looks like they may get that top turret. Rowan might get that top tier turret passively just by having that monster wave. And they are, Vanier is pinging for the assist. It looks like they might want to try to fight here in the jungle. Animal 298 is getting caught out, but that is not what you want to do, Sir Selly. Don't get in there. Oh, and there's a pause time coming out. We don't have chat up, so I'm not entirely sure what the problem is, but I'm sure we will find out soon. For right now, I'm actually going to mute my mic for 1 second to try to take care of one more technical difficulty that I've kind of been happening to me on and off for the rest of the night. Please hang tight for about 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies. All right, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Everything should be good to go, and play will be resumed right now. And not a great pause time for the side of. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of damage happening, but very good ult by Jin, able to at least trade back Little Traveler for the side of Sir Celery. And Sir Celery has been able to do a lot of damage with that Graves, but he's been caught out so many times it makes me wonder if it's even worth it. Oh, very good stealth by the Animal 298 to avoid getting hit by a Jin shot. Maybe leaving the possibility for a root of, oh no, having to flash. Silencer Mage burning that flash early. That's not what you want when you have Camille flanking you from the side. Mango the Mag is able to get a big ultimate off on the Animal 298, and it does look like he's going to die to that. However, Oni Lang is going to survive, or maybe not. Camille causing chaos in that back line. Unfortunately, Comeback Kid was not in the right places. Not in the right places to try to prevent anything bad from happening there. Zepp doing an excellent job on that Camille, being where he needed to be to make it happen. And all he has right now actually is just that Trinity Force. And he's building his way to a Titanic Hydra, I believe, with that, with the Arm Guard and also the Tiamat and the Ruby Crystal makes me think he is getting that Titanic. And that's exactly what you want to do on Camille. Get that Titanic Hydra for the damage and also for that health. They did get the bottom lane inhibitor turret for that, and they do have a monster wave in the top lane pushing in, and it doesn't look like Rowan is going to do anything about that just yet. They still have some time, about another wave before it gets to their turret. But they have to be very careful, because if that wave gets too large, they're going to have someone in the top lane during a very key fight, probably focusing around the Baron right now if Vanier decides to. But it doesn't look like it. Graves is just going to go ahead and take that Drake. Getting their second Cloud Drake, obviously not ideal, but you take what you can get when there's nothing else for you to take on the map. We do have Maokai in that bot lane, but Comeback Kid does have that teleport that he can use. Oh no, Silencer Mage getting deleted by Sir Celery. Honey did burn that ult, trying to make something happen. It does look like the Animal 298 is around, maybe trying to contest this Baron. The health bars are okay right now. Oh no, the Animal 298 getting caught out by Camille. Zep doing a lot of damage, and he's so tanky. Oh my goodness. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why Camille gets banned. Because that entire time, Camille was zoning out half of the enemy team by herself, and that just allowed the remaining 4 members for the side of Vanier to take that Baron basically for free, uncontested, and without any problems. Now, I would they're not doing what I would expect them to do. Rotating to the mid lane to get that second tier turret is all fine and dandy. I probably would have gone to that top tier inhibitor turret though. But, you know, it looks like they're just going to try to push straight down the middle. Not exactly a bad thing, because they are going to get it, and my guess is, oh no, Silencer Mage getting caught out. Camille is just so deadly, being able to wireframe around the map. No problem. Getting in and out to the back line, you don't have any kind of escape, and that was an excellent ult by Mango the Magus to secure that kill with the command shockwave. Maybe a little bit of overkill, but in a game where you haven't had a lot of great command shockwaves, it's not bad to get some practice in landing a good one. And we do see 2 of the inhibitors down for the side of Rowan University. They're in a very, very bad spot right now. And wow, having to burn that flash out from the Little Traveler early. The Animal does want to get on Camille, but the ult doesn't go off because the Animal stealths. And it does look like Jin's going to use that ult, but Maokai body blocking extremely well. Oni Lang using those piercing arrows to get a lot of damage down, but you don't want to be that close to the enemy. And as I said earlier, Honey does not have that ult up to try to secure any of those kills with the curtain call. Animal, you don't want to be there, man. Oh no, but will he trade Zep? He will not. The shield coming out on that passive, helping him get some survivability from that. And we do see 3 inhibitors down against Rowan University. And that is not ideal. And I was talking about the momentum earlier, and it looks like Vanier just kind of had to shake their heads and be like, hey, we're being really silly right now. We have a lead. We've got tower advantage. Let's stop picking silly fights. Let's stop overextending. Let's stop chasing. And let's go ahead and make something happen. Let's make the magic happen. And it looks like that is exactly what they are going to do. We do see some ward control trying to come out from the side of Rowan, but you really can't push out that far, because with 3 inhibs down, we actually do see 2 super minions spawning in each lane now, and that is not easy to deal with. Luckily, they do have the Caustics, they do have the Varus to be able to do damage there. Zep trying to get it on Silencer Mage, but an excellent call of the week to stop that engage and at least keep yourself a little bit longer. We do see the Baron buff up for about, I would say, another 30 seconds to maybe help them push this down. Oh, but the ult only hitting the Comeback Kid. The Chains of Corruption coming out, landing on Mango the Magus. Sir Surly doing a lot of damage to the Animal. Animal trying to get into the back line. Silencer Mage is already dead. Curtain Call coming out, and that's because Zep is in the back line on that Camille, causing chaos. And it does look like this is going to be the first game coming over to the side of Vanier. Rowan losing that one pretty decidedly with about a 15k gold deficit. That is... whew. 15.5k, that is not easy to overcome. It makes me wonder if letting the Camille through was a little bit of a mistake, or they just thought they could deal with it. She did hit that power spike pretty fast, and that is kind of where we saw the chaos ensue. Congratulations to Vanier for their first win. I'm going to hop it over to some commercials as we get settled for the next game. Please hang tight, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be right back.
Ben, Sam, and Ken are on separate journeys to defeat the menacing Vile Dragon. But let's just say luck isn't on their side. If only there was a way for them to find each other and band together. Well, that's why there's Band. It's a mobile app that allows people to come together using common interests. With Band, you can find fellow gamers, chat, schedule gaming sessions, and conduct polls. Stage epic battles with friends while sharing videos and photos along the way. So try Band today. Band. Be together.